A mother never forgets her child. No matter how many years pass, no matter how cruelly fate separates them, a mother will always remember. But what if you never got to hold your child? What if, from the moment they entered the world, they were taken from you, erased, as if they had never existed? This is the true story of a Korean woman, let's call her Ms. A, whose life was stolen from her the day she became a mother. For 25 years, she has searched for her son, a son she has never seen. Ms. A's life had never been easy. She lost both her parents when she was just 12 years old. Alone in the world, she had no choice but to survive on her own. She stitched clothes in a sewing factory, washed dishes in restaurant kitchens, and toiled away in a tea house, anything to put food on her plate. She never had the privilege of dreaming about the future. Her only goal was survival. Then one day, she was introduced to a man through a matchmaker. In South Korea, arranged marriages were still common, and for someone like Ms. A, without family or social standing, it was considered a lifeline. After just 3 meetings, she married him. Maybe, she thought, this was her chance at happiness. Maybe, this time, she wouldn't have to struggle alone. She was wrong. On her wedding night, something disturbing happened. As she lay in bed with her new husband, she heard whispers just outside the door. Sister-in-law whispered, "Mom, they've started." Mother-in-law replied, All right." Sister-in-law added, "They're done, let's sleep." Her mother-in-law and sister-in-law had been sitting right outside, listening, spying. Her most private moment was nothing more than an event for them to observe. It was only the beginning of their control. Ms. A soon became pregnant. But instead of joy, her in-laws treated it as a scandal. Her mother-in-law accused her of infidelity, whispering cruel words into her son's ear, convincing him that the child wasn't his. Ms. A endured it all, for the sake of her unborn baby. But as her belly grew, so did the torment. At 7 months pregnant, she had had enough. She ran. She didn't know where she was going, only that she needed to escape. But freedom was short-lived. 1 month later, they found her, and they weren't going to let her go again. At 9 months pregnant, her in-laws forced her into a car. They drove her to a clinic. On the way, they hit her. She begged them to stop, but no one listened. When she woke up, she was in a hospital bed. Nurse said, "You gave birth to a boy." Ms. A asked, "Where is he?" After a long pause. "We don't know," the nurse replied. Her son was gone. There was no birth record, no trace of him, just an empty hospital bed, and 30,000 won left on the table. Hush money. For 25 years, Ms. A has searched. Every day she wonders, what does he look like? Does he know that she loves him? Is he even alive? Ms. A whispered, "Before I die, I just want to see my son. Just once." The TV show Detectives Trade Secrets took on her case. They found her ex-husband. He had 2 sons, and one of them was the same age as the child she lost. Could this be him? Could her nightmare finally come to an end? Ms. A's story is heartbreaking, but sadly, it is not unique. During the 1970s and 1980s, South Korea saw thousands of forced and fraudulent adoptions. Many children were taken from their mothers and sent abroad without consent. Some were registered as orphans when their parents were alive. Others were sold into families who never knew the truth. Recent investigations have exposed these dark secrets. One South Korean woman sued the government after discovering her kidnapped daughter had been sent to the U.S. in 1976. These stories are not just tragic, they demand justice. Today, Ms. A's search continues. The question remains, will she ever be reunited with her son? Or will he remain lost in a system that erased his past? One thing is certain, a mother's love never fades. If you or someone you know is affected by lost family members, there are organizations working to reconnect separated families. Raising awareness is the first step toward justice. Let's share this story, not just for Ms. A, but for every mother still searching. If this story moved you, let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts below, and if you'd like to see more stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Until next time, stay safe.